This lady is a queen. She's the real fighter. No talking, no blah blah. We did it, huh? The special event in this journey was the walk. Actually, this is our last task and last exercise, but not for every student. The meaning of the walk and the purpose of the walk is, let me explain it to this. We want the students to experience and find themselves beyond physical pain, beyond stress, beyond fear, and make the incredible and impossible possible. So a walk of 125 kilometers for a young lady or for a young man or for each one of us is something, it sounds crazy and it is just unbelievable, and it appears in your head as something which is undoable. So the walk is really the final test what we do, and our aim is that, and our wish is that they find themselves beyond pain, beyond physical limitations, and beyond fear, and that they reach mental clarity, and that they have the chance to find themselves, to meet their higher self. So this sounds very mystical, and practically I want to explain this to you in a different way. And my personal aim is to bring frustration inside the student. I want, through each and every task I give my students, I put in a big amount of frustration. I change the goals, I change, bring variety inside, I raise up the goals, then raise up the limitation, just to increase frustration inside of them. So, and this walk brings a lot of frustration within you. After 13 or 14 hours of walking, the voices of doubt are knocking at your door. So that means these inner voices coming, oh, why I'm doing this, what is the reason for this stupid walk, all over is pain, I don't feel my legs anymore, this is useless, I don't see the sense. These are all the sounds of doubt. What we all have, everybody of us know it. When we start and set a goal, we are excited and we want to do this, and we have fun in the first days or on the first time, and then the hard time is coming in between, you know, the frustration is coming, then because things are not running the way we want it in life, and then we get frustrated. So the sounds of frustration are the same. Why I'm doing this, I should not go too hard on myself, I should not stress myself too much, and I should take care of myself, so let me quit this. And if you do this often and often, you train obviously the muscle of giving up, of surrender. You train the muscle of surrender. You always accept surrendering and find excuses for this. So what we train here is exactly the opposite. We put you always and make you confront always frustration. We want you always to face frustration and overcome that feeling, So, and when you walk this walk, everybody who walked this walk of 125 kilometer or 115 kilometer, we get frustrated. But when you overcome this feeling, you train exactly this muscle of will, this muscle of hope, and you never forget. You train not to forget what was the goal I set myself at the start of the journey, and why I'm doing this, and I have my goal in front of my eyes. And with this attitude, you adapt this attitude and take this over in your life. This is our biggest wish, you know, because in life the situation will be the same. The feeling of frustration is the same. So if it's your choice. You to surrender the muscle of you train the muscle of surrendering, or you train the muscle of will, of courage, of faith, and believe in yourself. Of course it's hard. It's hard for all of us to walk 50 kilometers. And if you walk 115 kilometers, you prove to yourself that nothing is impossible. You train your mind and program your mind that you can achieve anything. And also, very important to me personally, that you keep your promises to yourself. If you keep your promises to yourself, you will always keep your promises also to other people, to your friends and everybody. But most important for me is that you keep your promises to yourself, because your mind is listening to yourself. So if you say, I'm going to do the walk and finish it there, no matter what happens, you got to do the walk. When you finish it, This feeling of happiness and pride you feel inside of yourself, nobody can take this from you. And this is the same in every exercise. That's why we always say we are no fitness coaches here. We are mental teachers, and we are spiritual teachers. We put so much frustration in each and every task. We change the exercise with this. Why? Because we want to create a certain feeling inside of your head and inside of your body. And this overcoming this feeling of frustration will prepare you a lot for life, because you have choices. When you get frustrated, you become bitchy, you become angry, you try to make excuses, you try to blame everybody else for something, or you say, no matter what happens, I set my goal and I'm gonna stop when I have to stop. Like this, you train a totally different muscle. And to give you a little background of this walking, where we learned it, or I learned it from my teacher. My teacher learned it from the monks in Japan, from Kyoto, and they do this in a way different way. They walk 100 days. They walk 100 days without stopping, and they have a specific goal. If they don't reach it, they're gonna punish themselves in a very hard and harsh way. Like this, they train their mind, and they want to meet that moment of clarity and mental clarity. So we learned it from this, and I learned it from my teacher, and I did also many of these kind of walks. So we brought this here to the Kokoro program and modify it, and then we walk always the distance from Kuta until Kintamani. We have two distances, or two destinations. One is 115 kilometer and the other one is 125 kilometer. And we just walk. We start in the evening and we just walking. We just walking until we reach the final destination. That's it.